As we come to the end of my first 100 days in office, it is a privilege to be able to talk about what we've accomplished so far and our hopes and plans for the future. My path to the mayor's office was inspirational, exciting, humbling, and clearly challenging. There were times it felt like the day would never come, and other times that days passed in the blink of an eye. The days after the election were a whirlwind. We engaged a transition team of neighborhood and community leaders, business executives, medical professionals, labor advocates, and public servants, rooted in community engagement. And together, we developed a roadmap for the first 100 days and beyond. While we were planning, the Omicron variant was surging, and we were faced with making more adjustments, not only shifting our inaugural celebration to a fully virtual format, but more importantly, focusing more attention on our public health policies. Then suddenly, days before being sworn in, our community was shocked by the tragic shooting of Officer Shane Bartek. Sitting with his family that day is when I truly stepped into the role of mayor. It wasn't just a matter of doing the job, but doing it well, with empathy. I officially took the oath of office at the library, which served as my refuge as a child. With a handful of witnesses, I took my place in Cleveland's history and in Cleveland's future. We hit the ground running, and the clock officially started. We were able to launch a new website, putting us well on the way to a modern city hall. We established our COVID-19 task force, partnering with healthcare institutions, the NBA, and the Cavaliers, with the goal to vaccinate 60% of Cleveland residents. The city announced a partnership with the Cleveland Clinic to provide $67 million to the Lead Safe Coalition to help tackle Cleveland's lead crisis. The next big test came from Mother Nature as our city was pummeled by a snowstorm. We learned the hard way that there is insufficient equipment and our processes are way outdated. We fell short, but we learned something and are making adjustments so that we as a city are better prepared next time. At the end of January, we announced a partnership with Huntington Bank that will focus attention and much needed resources to better support Black-owned businesses in Cleveland's Southeast side. Keeping our commitments to accountability and transparency, we launched a 100-day tracker so you could follow our progress and our promises. Public safety will always be our number one priority. And like many big cities across the country, our safety forces have declined considerably. On March 7th, we celebrated the Cleveland Police Academy at our first in-person graduation in more than 2 years. Our 2022 safety forces will be boosted by more police, fire, and EMS graduates than in previous years. We reached an agreement with the U.S. Department of Justice to amend the consent decree to include Issue 24 provisions. Along with our calls to expand the use of the diversion center, we remain focused on police reform and police accountability. On March 27th, City Council approved our $1.8 billion budget supporting our shared vision of improved city services for our residents and businesses. We also announced the expungement of over 4,000 records for marijuana misdemeanors, unlocking barriers to employment and giving thousands of Clevelanders a second chance that they deserve. Every day, we are working hard to deliver on our promises and on our plans. Some days we exceed expectations, and some days we will fall short. The first 100 days were filled with examples of both. As we continue forward, we remain focused on delivering high-quality city services, increasing collaboration to maximize possibilities along our lake and riverfront, and keeping close attention on our economic recovery. We will tackle the challenges that present themselves, and most important, we will keep listening to you. We will be responsive and work hard to make sure that we deliver on the promises of providing healthy communities and environments, improving public safety, increasing education and youth opportunities, putting equity into action, addressing climate change, leading inclusive economic development and growth in our neighborhoods, and being a more transparent, accountable, modern City Hall that will make you proud. This is an exciting time for Cleveland. Yes, there is much work to be done, and we are a city of people who see a problem and work together to solve it. Our city is resilient, and this is our time. With all of us working together, Cleveland will not have to wait any longer because Cleveland is a land on the rise. Thank you for watching.